Hi, this is Brian from Proxiguard. I'm making this demo video to show you a little bit on how the Proxiguard Live system works. So the first thing you're going to notice is on the right here, I have the app, and on the left here, this is the website. The right side is more for the guard, basically to do his patrols and everything. And on the left here is the more administrator side, where you're going to see all your reports and all that. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to notice that on the right of each of these names, there is a number. This is the number that you would use to log in. You can also find this under company guards, but since this is a demo, I'm just going to put in the number here. You'll notice that on the right side here, it also says enter PIN if exists. Because it's a demo account, I don't have one. And also by default, no accounts have a PIN, but if you'd like to add one, that's also something you can do for an extra layer of security. So once you log in here, you're going to see that it shows the main screen here. Now there's to access the rest of the buttons, which includes scanning, creating incident reports and all that, we're going to click on start. It's going to ask you if you want to start. You'll just say yes, and there we go. So I'm going to go on the left side here. We're going to click on mark, and you're going to notice that it's going to show you the actual scans, or rather actions as you do them. So, as you can see here, the first thing I'm going to show you is the scan button. I'm going to click the scan, and this is going to pop up the camera. I'm just going to aim the camera at the QR code, and then it picks it up. Now, what you see here is the building patrol form, which is effectively a form. This is a pro feature that we have, one of the most popular pro features. Basically, you can create a form. This is again an example. You can create multiple different things that would specifically relate to your problems. But in this case, for example, I asked like, what's the state of the building? What I can elaborate, and you know what? Just so I can show you how that looks like, I'm just gonna write the word. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, and then we'll just type a letter here, and then we'll send this out. And then this is another thing. This is part of the base where you can actually add reminders when they scan the checkpoint. So, for example, um, in this one, you can see that it says make sure all mailboxes are closed, but you can have like make sure to close the door, make sure to turn the lights off, whatever you need. Again, these are all optional. If you don't want to do that, I'll show you what it looks like when you just scan it normally. I'm gonna do an NFC scan now on Android. The NFC scan is just putting the NFC tag behind the phone effectively, and it just auto scans just like that. On the iPhone, it's a little more, you have to actually click the scan button for it to show up, but we do also offer NFC on the iPhone. And obviously, QR code works on both as long as you have a camera on the phone, which, well, I can't think of a phone nowadays that doesn't. So as you can see here, this is the scan. Here's the form, and you can sort of see what the guard did as far as form goes. Give it a second to load. There we go. So you can see there's what I wrote. Obviously, this is just an example, but you can get an idea there. And you can actually print this out from here as well. Um, Now, you're going to notice that the NFC scan came in red. This is because I set this up to have a geofence. Basically, what will happen is that if the guard is scanning outside of the required area, or scans out of the geofence perimeter more specifically, it will actually show up in red on this screen here. So it'll tell you that the guard did not scan in the required area. And this is a good way to know if your guard is maybe manipulating the scans in some capacity or it's anything like that. Um, Next feature here is the incident report feature. Now we're going to click on incident. You're going to notice that there's a list of all these different things that can occur to you. Now, keep in mind this list is what I have. By default, your account will come with no incidents. You can create any list that you'd like and how many incidents you would need. So we're just going to say there was a broken window. I'm going to send this report by email so I can show you how these automated reports look like. I'm going to scan the NFC tag. There we go. And I'm going to add an MME. Now, the add MME is really where the information will show up. So in here, you're going to notice that there's a little microphone, a camera, a video camera, some text here, and then a signature. So I am going to show you all these here. Now keep in mind on the automated report, you're actually not going to be able to see the audio and video. Pictures will show up, so you don't have to worry about that. But audio and video is something that will not show up. So we'll just take another picture just to be safe. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little quick video here. There we go. So now that that's there, again, I'm just going to write the word, the letter Y here, just so you can see something. And then we're going to just do that as a signature, just so you can see a little bit of everything. So I'm going to add this to the incident. As you can see, everything is checked. And then we're going to send this report. And there we go. So you're going to notice that it's in the process of sending the information right now. I'm going to refresh here. And there we go. This event details shows you the actual message that was written. Obviously, because this is just a demo, I just wrote one letter, but we can actually go in here and see also with the message. And this is the second picture that I took. When I go into the other one, the other MME here, you're going to notice all the extra information. So there's the signature, the message again, the other picture. Here's the sound file. And you can actually download this information. And then here's the video, which you can also download this separately. Keep in mind, like I said, this will not show up on the reports, but you can actually manually extract this information. You're going to notice that multimedia looks effectively the same. Because of this, I'm not going to cover it because multimedia is literally the same thing as incident, except it's not associated to an incident. So you might want to use multimedia on the case that maybe it's not necessarily an incident that you have set up, but rather something that was interesting to take a picture of, but doesn't require immediate attention. Test is, as the name implies, just for testing purposes, whether to test the connection, see if everything's good. But the other advantage is that it actually pings on the map where the location is. Now, keep in mind, I didn't really show this because I'm only in one location here, but as the guards move, it'll actually show where they've been. And if you give me 1 second here, you should be able to see the automated email report. And there we go. So here is the automated email report. This is what the sort of an example of what it'll look like. I'm going to open this up and you get an idea of what these automated email reports do. And there we go. So as you can see, this is the basics on the app here. I'm going to show you also really quick before I end this, the schedule. So if you have a schedule set up, this is a great way to check if your guards are doing their required scans. As you can see here, these are all the required scans that are necessary in this one. As they scan, these scan will show from 0, 1 to 1, 1, and it'll show up in green. And I'm going to go back here. We can go to the other one just to see a little different. So if you have more than one scan required, if they scan once, it'll say 50%, for example. And so that's the idea there. I am going to also show you really quick that this is the menu here. This is basically where you'd access any extra information, where you assign checkpoints if necessary. And you can actually go into events to see what's been done on the guard side. And you can go to history if you have any messages that the system sent you out. And you can also log out from there. But that's basically it on the basic level here. We can finish the patrol tour, and there we go. So that's how the system works on a basic end. If you actually want to export this information on this page, you can export to PDF or Excel. And if you'd like, you can actually go into reports and specifically look for incidents. And you can also filter if you'd like to see specifically for a client or specifically for a guard or anything like that. And then here is the information that I have. And I can show you that as well. You're going to notice that it looks very, very similar to the one that I showed you that was automated. So as you can see, here we go. And the only last thing here is to keep in mind is that when I talked about schedule, if your guards miss, you will always see this 2 or 0 showing you all the miss scans. Now, keep in mind, this is because I literally don't, this is just a demo account. Most likely you'll see less miss scans if your guards doing your jobs, but you will also get an automated email, which I will show you right now. And so this is an idea of what an automated email one will look like. And there we go. So that's the idea here. Um, and if you have any other questions or any inquiries about the system, please let us know. Um, you can either email us or give us a call. Thanks.